Hello and welcome to All I Do Is Finally Make It Back to a Studio After Months of Being Away. I am Tom Elwes and I'm joined today, as ever, by my co-host, Mr. Ali Woodson.
Ali Woodson. Hey, Tom. Hey, listeners. So we found out that because, me and Tom, when we're together, this is the first time we've seen each other in a month. We've got so much to catch up on, so many details of each other's lives. You'd think, but instead we're sort of just Instagram searching our own hashtags.
Our own names. And it turns out Ali Woodson is a well-known member of the Temptations.
Temptations, yeah. So if any Temptations fans in,
hello. Welcome.
There you go. I keep getting the Temptations confused with the Four Tops.
Okay.
They're not the same.
Bit racist.
Yeah, whatever, mate. I like soul.
Okay.
Can I help you? That was fifth on my Spotify Wrapped. Did you get your Spotify Wrapped?
No, because I've got Apple Music. I've got Apple Music.
Oh, that's cool. You're cool, aren't you? No, mate, because I've got Apple Music, actually.
I actually wanted the Drake albums first,
Yes,
so I made a choice.
Yours would be like Hadouken. That would be yours. Indie grunge.
Yeah, just like indie grunge.
The sort of white guys in hoodies who were sort of edgy a bit. Yeah.
It's like the Klaxons, the Coops.
Knife Party.
No, I don't.
Party Shank.
Party Shank? Party Shank?
Don't listen to Party Shank.
I have no idea what you're talking about there.
How dare you? Well, anyway, that would be yours. It'd be all those lot.
Well, there we go. Other than Spotify Rap, how's your week been?
I think that's the first time you've ever asked me that, Tom, in 150 episodes. It's been all right.
Yeah.
Lockdown's over, innit?
Lockdown's...
I'm 29 days sober today.
Wow.
So, yeah, just because I haven't been invited anywhere. I've not been trying.
Yeah.
I only drink when my mates invite me.
Yeah.
Before this one, I was sober for 1,300 days.
So ready to go with the bottles at the door.
I'm actually doing, I'm quite sociable at the moment. 29 days sober. I've been doing the real stuff. Thank you, everyone who has been liking, sharing my videos on Instagram. It's great. It's good to have, it's been a genuine pleasure interacting with people on Messenger. Not all people, obviously.
Yeah. He's not used to interacting with human beings, so this is big for him. This is massive.
I just shout to my housemate, "What do I do?" Yeah. Someone's asked how I am. So, it's been a genuine pleasure interacting with people. So I've been doing that, and then otherwise, lockdown's over. What can you do? We're back in the studio. This is exciting. This is
big stuff, guys. Yeah, I thank you for everyone who was commenting on my post this week. I got a Christmas tree. I took the plunge, got a tree.
You got it already? I thought you hadn't got it.
No. Got the tree, right? Got absolutely mugged off. Paid silly amount for fucking North London Christmas tree. Okay, got the tree home.
How much is a tree? Let me guess how much a tree is. I'm gonna say
he wanted 50, and I got it for 30.
I was gonna say 80 quid.
Yeah, no, but 6 foot trees were going for 74 quid.
Whoa.
74. Anyway, pay 30.
Your one then.
Okay, so here we go, mate. Okay. I was told 5 foot tree, got it home. I feel like a girl on Hinge. I've been duped, okay? Because that is nowhere near 5 foot.
That's 5 foot. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
If I'm in heels, we look ridiculous.
That tree needed to be in heels, mate, because that is barely scraping 4'5".
Up to your hip.
Yeah, that is unbelievable.
But you're being a height supremacist.
Yeah.
I will say this.
Yeah. Okay.
I will say this. In that
my tree is saying like what? Just like don't be a bitch. Like
exactly.
I'm fine. Like it's fine.
So you'd get off of me if I was 6 foot then. So
yeah.
You put decorations on me if I'm tall then. Yeah. That's the only thing. Yeah. I was asked out this week.
You were asked out by
the end of the story.
by a girl.
By Russian bot 07431. She was like, I really want to meet you, thirsty boy.
Nearby.
Very nearby.
Come round.
And I was like, I guess I can see you outdoors if that's what you want. Send me your bank details. So then, and then she said, how tall are you?
Yeah.
And I said, to test her, I said 5'1".
Okay. Curveball.
She said, no, you're not. At first. I said, is that a problem?
Yeah.
She's like, you're not 5'1". She just wouldn't even.
Entertain it. Okay.
And then
see, if you had said 5'6", you probably would have got a sort of fair enough response.
But I thought, you don't, because you don't know from videos and stuff. So, so I was like, okay. And I was like, how tall are you? She was like 5'8", and I went, oh, that's fine for me. She looked up. Then she looked up one of my pictures where I'm next to Joe Brand.
Right.
And I'm taller than her. And she's
Right.
like, Joe Brand's 5'4". There's no way you're 5'1".
Okay. Well, she did some investigating. That's an intelligent bot. To be honest, that's some research.
Miss Marple.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting dynamic, the height supremacy. But you've got your tree in.
Got the tree, overpriced tree, paid for
You
decorations. Yeah, got some lights up, done the whole shebang.
What do you decorate yours with? Sort of Top Shop vouchers?
Yeah.
Top man.
Yeah.
H&M.
Well, I actually can decorate with Topshop and vouchers because Topshop, going on to the news, is going out of business, ladies and gentlemen. Philip Green is opting to not save people's pensions and jobs currently.
That's unusual for him.
Shocking. Yeah, and he's opted to just let it all crash and burn.
I mean, he's a twat. But then it's hard to think how many multimillionaires aren't twats.
Yeah, and who would save it? Apparently, did you see Mike Ashley offered him 50 million quid, which
Mike
it's just like an absolute piss take because I think they needed something like close to 400 million to save the business. And Mike Ashley was like, all right, final deal.
I'll tell you what, I'll help you out.
I've got your back, mate. Okay, 50 million
40 quid. And I'll throw in some mugs.
I'll chuck in Newcastle.
Throw in some mugs and some Slazenger socks.
Yeah.
As many as you want. 40 quid. Obviously not too many, but 40 quid. Slazenger socks. Couple of mugs. These are big mugs, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an absolute funny. Well, he's not a funny dude. He's an absolute twat. Did you? They both are though. Both are. Mike Ashley and Philip Green.
Yeah.
They're just wankers.
Pair made in heaven.
Did you, when it came out about like when there was the big legal battle with how Sports Direct were shockingly treating their staff poorly in the warehouses? I mean, who
Really?
I know.
Oh God. Okay.
So then he went to court and it was coming out, and then people were giving testimonies, and people were talking about like legitimate business, like business meetings, and it's like, it's Mr. Ashley, change it to a lunch. And the premise of the lunch was like the Fox and Arms down in London, right? So we've gone from a meeting to a lunch. I turn up. He's already on his second pint, it seems.
Yeah.
Then he says, right, we're getting the vodkas in.
Great.
This is before we've even discussed anything. Then he says, you're not man enough to have vodkas with me. I do my business with people who are men. And it's like, exactly. And then it just basically transpires. He just gets absolutely battered at like 2 p.m.
He's always battered in Soho, like screaming about how he's going to sack the Newcastle manager. He's just leaning out of a pub window being like, yeah, he's gone by tomorrow, I'm telling you.
That's it, man. But I think you talked about it last week. You were a top man, and in-office model.
Yeah, not quite catwalk,
which is your level.
Yeah,
that's your level.
A sort of a bit part, you know.
I'm a model in the back
end. How's your pursuit of making the ginger calendar? Have we made any headway?
Well, that's another thing you would have seen. Came in. Producer Mooch is knocking about.
Yeah.
I was about to say consumers. That's not good. Listeners.
Yeah.
Which is how I feel about you. Is will be delighted to know that he's knocking about. He'll be back later, but. Him and you both commented on my physique and basically said, really proud of you, mate. Great bod. Almost a six-pack.
What we actually said,
big shoulders, big chest.
It's weird.
And you're a good guy as well. Weird.
Yeah. No. I think what we actually said was, when you take your shirt off, we can't see anything but nipples due to the transparency of your skin.
I have to turn the brightness way down.
Yeah, wait. When you take those photos, it is insane. Like
a vampire. If you have flash, you can't be seen. You can't be picked up.
That's what you elude the paparazzi. It's just they're trying to get you with flashes at night, and you're like, idiots.
But look, man, genuinely, with the Ginger Calendar Red Hot 100 next.
Red Hot 100, ladies and gentlemen. Red Hot 100.
Red Hot 100, right? So there can't be that many fit gingers. It's such a niche category, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm surprised there's 100 every year. I mean, they must be recycling, dudes.
There's 12. There's 12 for the calendar because there's how many months there are in a year.
Oh, okay. Why is it the Red Hot 100 then?
I assume there's a longer list,
okay,
maybe, but this is the calendar we're talking about, right? So I've got more followers on Instagram, which they'll like.
Yeah.
And then I need to get buff bod. I've started eating my chest.
Yeah.
The problem is I still am having a few sweets and chocolates here and there.
Okay.
And by here and there, I mean every day.
Right.
But that is the plan so that will be the 2022 calendar.
Okay. The 2022.
Long-term vision.
The Allywoods experience. That's it. If we can make this happen, you will make him happen, and that's what we need.
Big time. I'll start a campaign. Don't worry about that. The thing is, they're not that pretty guys.
Yeah.
They're not terribly.
No, you're ginger, of course. It's just what a stupid question. Yeah.
but their bods are insane.
Okay,
God,
so you've got to get the rig, is what you're trying to say.
Got to get the rig, man.
Yeah, so you can reach out to the people who also like gingers. Right, we're going to move on to a bit more.
Them. Bless them. Bless people.
Them. Good luck.
I remember being in the taxi back from a night out. I was going back with someone, whatever, get over it.
Okay.
And
you and your mum, right?
Yeah, I was being picked up by my dad.
Yeah.
You can't keep embarrassing me like this.
Yeah.
So he, and in the taxi, she was Norwegian, and she was like, "Is it weird that I'm so into gingers? Isn't that weird? That's so weird, isn't it? Everyone thinks I'm weird."
I agree. Yeah.
I'm like, no, stop slacking me off and my kind.
I'm a weird fetish.
And then she's like, got her hands in my hair, and she's like, I just like it so much. It's so weird, isn't it? I'm like, I don't know whether you're complimenting me or whether you're taking the piss. It's like, it was one-off. Have you ever got with someone, and this has happened to me, where they're like, you can't tell anyone about this.
Yeah.
Have you ever got with someone like that? And I'm like, how am I your guilty?
No one's ever said that to me.
Secret?
No, I've never been a guilty secret.
You can't tell.
Yeah.
You can't tell your mates.
Never been a guilty secret. Right, guys, we are going to move on to a bit more news, and that is we got a vaccine. Pfizer are dishing out some vaccines to the good people of Britain. Everyone's going to be clambering over each other to get the vaccine first.
Well, I don't know about that. There's a lot of people who don't fancy it.
Yeah, sorry, we'll reach out to our anti-vaxxers.
Yeah, I've got to represent the anti-vaxxers, as our strong listenership suggests. There are people who claim that this is the end of, I don't know what. Well, I don't know what actually. They're just claiming that it's control. That's a big thing. Is they're doing this to control us.
Yeah.
And my mate made the point. It's like, to do what exactly? What has this whole? If you don't believe coronavirus exists, what?
Well, we all know what the ultimate elite are doing.
What are they doing?
Well, you already know this. Everyone knows this. The ultimate elite, when it really comes down to it, what like the proper
They're
elite.
doing their Christmas shopping one.
Huh?
Everyone's not.
No.
They spend November in the shops.
As an Uber driver once told me on the way back, the true elite are eating babies. Okay, and that's what it comes down to. Okay, and I believe that Uber driver.
He's a man in the know.
He really knew his stuff. He pulled over that taxi to tell me that. So yeah, it did freak the shit out of me.
He goes, look, man, I won't charge you for this.
Yeah.
Because it's not.
No, genuinely, it was like a proper look back and a pull over, and he was like, "Do you really want to know?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." Yeah, I want to know.
The thing is, a lot of people would be in that situation, be like, "Oh God," but you're like, "Fucking bring it!" I have a conspiracy.
Once I get on the train, I want to see where it stops. Let's go. And yeah, he pulled over the taxi and he was like, "Look, the real elite. What it really comes down to: Bill Gates, Elon Musk, the Queen. What they're doing? It's just eating babies." Okay. Yeah, and I was like, "Well, that is an interesting point, my friend. You've made a point there. I don't know how I feel about it, but you've made a point. That's yeah."
Well, I mean, if they are, but what's coronavirus got to do with that?
It's just a ruse to maybe get the vaccine.
Babies can't do anything anyway.
It's all links. You just got to just connect the dots.
I think it's easy to steal a baby.
Ancient alien. I don't know about that.
I think it's pretty easy.
Because
look, the baby's not going to have any problems. So you've got the baby.
Yeah.
But if you're carrying a baby, no one. Have you ever seen anyone accuse someone of going, "That's not your baby"? That's such a severe accusation.
Well,
it's like walking in. It's like those blokes who walked in.
Depends of the sort of what the baby looks like, really, and what you look like.
Yeah, I mean, you got to pick one who's of the same sort of colour.
Yeah. I mean, if you had like a sort of baby with sort of dark hair and blue eyes, people would be like, "No way is that man that's baby."
I've got to go for a nice Aryan kid.
Yeah.
So I'm there with this Aryan boy, and but those guys who walked into the World Cup final with a ladder and high vis, and everyone just let them through because they were like, "Well, these guys must know what they're doing." But that's what you can. If you're holding a baby, do you not think this? That no one's going to say,
"I've not given baby stealing much
thought."
thought.
That's not your baby. So if you just walk off with a baby, then that's your baby.
That's your baby. I mean, yeah, I guess.
I mean, I don't say that. I'm not saying that's right.
Yeah, but okay. So, we'll put it to the test, Ali. You try and steal a baby and see how it goes.
When I come next week with 8 babies,
yeah.
Look at these fuckers.
I showed you. I told you. You said,
more than one a day.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a lot of babies.
Anyway, you can pick up your baby.
Yeah, but I do. They are offering. Well, Pfizer said that people should made a hilarious pun. I'm sure someone wrote this in their marketing team that if you're not sure about the vaccine, you can take half and see how you get on. Right? That was their marketing
slogan. That's not a
slogan.
legitimate thing you can do.
Huh? No,
because you take it in 2 portions.
I know. They were asking people to take half. It's a hilarious joke on. Anyway, classic bit of editing needed there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So they're saying take half, and also politicians are saying that they will take it on live TV.
Yeah, I know, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
And it's...
You would love, I know, look, I believe the vaccine works and we're in full support of the vaccine and everyone should take it. However, if a politician wants to take it live on air and then just get a bit queasy and be like, bloody hell, what's going on?
I want proper mutation, like Wolverine style of like the start coming out and then start transforming.
I don't want to alarm you, but I cannot feel the left side of my body.
Yeah, exactly. It just starts
Oh no.
Explodes.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking nuts, dude.
Starts like bleeding out one eye. Like, is this normal? Is this...
I always bleed out the left eye when I'm feeling super duper healthy.
Yeah,
But I mean, a friend of the show, Rich Spalding, another comedian, check him out. But he tweeted something which I really agree with, because Matt Hancock was one of the ones who was like, "Look, I will take it on live TV."
Yeah.
And Rich was like, "I don't know why, but that is such a Matt Hancock thing to do. That is such a weird dad's mate.
Yeah.
Who is like, you know what? Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You can't handle the vaccine, right?
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it live. Yeah, okay. Get the broadcasters in.
And
Let's do this.
No, not rolling up, unbotting the shirt, shoulder down,
over,
shoulder down.
Flabby,
jab me.
Yeah. Do it. Come on, lads, get it in. I'll take it twice.
Yeah.
Sort of. He's that sort of character. Instead of you know the bloke where his female partners communicated to him, I just need you to pick up the kids. That's all I need. Yeah. And it's like, right, well, okay, I'll just pick up everyone then, shall I? I'll pick up your grandma. I'll pick up your brother-in-law. I'll pick up everyone. And it's like, that is Matt Hancock in a nutshell. We just need you to convince the British population that the vaccine works.
Yeah.
Use sort of facts, figures, use data and stuff. And he's just gone, I'll tell you what I'll do.
Stab me.
I'll get Shane Ritchie to present a game show. Take that vax. Right?
They were thinking of different ways of convincing people, and then like the chase. If you win, you get a vaccine. So
Bradley Walsh is there, being like, and can we have vaccine number one, please?
Yeah. Now that's what I call vaccine. That is I'd watch that show.
Hat Mancock. That is very him.
Yeah.
He goes well over the top and doesn't do the thing you actually need him to do.
Yeah.
But I'm up for taking the vaccine. But we're well down the list too. Strapping young lads.
Yeah, I know. Well, maybe we can do it live if we get it first. We'll do it live on the pod.
We'll do it live. We'll get Matt Hancock in.
Yeah, we'll get some D-list celebrity to come and
we'll get
jab
Warwick
us.
Davies.
Yeah.
And come and be like, welcome to the show. We've got Tom and Ali here.
They're willing to take it to show you it's okay.
We've got 2 vaccines. One's a placebo.
Yeah.
Who's going to get that one? One of them will die.
Yeah.
So we inject them with the vaccine and then coronavirus. Now that gets listens and views. But yeah, so my dad is 67.
Right.
Getting that right. He's going to be 68 months.
Right.
67 with no pre-existing
How old's your mum?
conditions. 31.
Yeah. Legend.
Takes after his old man. I actually do the opposite. I go for older.
Weird.
My mum is...
Because half your age, that'd probably be a crime.
Yeah, I mean, that's not... Yeah.
13! Whoa!
Yeah. You know what was the worst thing? My mates work in the city.
Right.
Because, you know,
they
fancy money.
and stability. Losers. Yeah.
Whereas I know where the real cash is.
Yeah.
Free podcasts. So obviously, if you want to donate to change that, patreon.com/ADIFpod, $5 a month gets you 2 episodes a week. So they said that this phrase was bandied about that they'd heard when they started working in the city was as new graduates, so 22, 21, 22, their wife shouldn't have been born yet.
Right. Okay.
So they're
God,
saying
that's awful.
Ultimately, you should end up with a wife who's sort of 25 years younger than you.
Okay. Or at least your second wife should
Maybe
be 25.
Second wife, yeah.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. You want to end
that's
up
gross, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
my
disgusting.
dad, a little bit of that, 6.5 years older than my mum.
Okay.
So my mum's 61.
And when did they meet? So when your dad was like 19?
Waiting outside the gates like,
he was a teacher.
No, obviously that's not funny.
No.
So, no, it was at a party actually.
Okay, cool.
And so this is the story, right, if you're asking. my dad, and you're like this, Tom, you're a big fan of maths.
Yeah.
My dad did maths at uni for a year and then dropped out. My mum did maths at uni. And then they've got a creative boy as their son, so that's what you get.
They're just so devastated. It's unbelievable.
Oh, Papa, take me to my drama lessons. Why can't you just earn money? So then, but they were talking at the party and they both said that they did maths at uni. And my dad, as a line to my mum, said, well, good to finally have someone to integrate with. Now, probably needs some explaining for you. Integration.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it.
I just didn't look like you did.
Yeah.
Integration is a sort of a complex part of maths. So you're saying it as a sort of...
I can feel our listeners being bored right now. Right, so anyway.
My dad is 67. You're the one who asked about my dad. I was trying to move on. My dad is 67, and he's the closest I know of someone who's in line to get a vaccine. He's fifth category. Fifth category is a 67-year-old healthy man.
Interesting. Oh, that's good.
You know.
Okay.
So it's first, it's over 80s in care homes.
Yep.
And then I think it's everyone else in care homes.
Yeah.
And then it's just over 80s, over 70s, over 65s.
Interesting. So my gran will be first in line. She's number one. She's
over 80s in a care
over
home?
80 and in a care home.
You never talk about it. You not visit.
Yeah, I do. You know.
Just busting
I'll bring her in next week. I'll bring her in.
Bring her in, mate. Infect her before she gets
She might have the
vaccine.
vaccine. She might have it.
Yeah, bring her in. So smuggles it in contraband.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
Yeah, smuggle some vaccines.
But yeah, so good luck to everyone taking the vaccine. And funny to see people I've known for years post about being anti-vaxxers.
Yeah. Surprising how
enjoyed
many.
that?
Surprising how many have come out of the woodwork, just to be like, I won't be taking the vaccine. Obviously not.
And I am still friends with this person. She shared a petition for allowing, because there's another thing, vaccine passports, which we'll talk about in a minute, but allowing people without vaccine passports to go on Qantas. Specifically Qantas. I was like, how niche do you want to go?
Yeah, no. I thought Qantas was the only one that you had to have. They were going to be like, if you don't have the vaccine, you can't fly. Yeah.
Which is cool. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, what's wrong with that? I think Australia, to be fair to them, absolutely smashed Corona. And like,
Yeah, but I mean, there's about fucking 3,000 miles between each person in Australia.
But I've got mates in Australia now. They're all living the dream, just like in swimming pools and beaches and in bars and stuff.
Yeah, but what would you rather do? Do that.
Yeah.
If you think that's fun.
Yeah.
Being in a sort of cold podcast studio.
In Vauxhall.
Vauxhall. I mean, I know.
Shout out Vauxhall Podcast Studios.
I know what I'd be.
Absolute dream. Yeah. Well, the other big news, ladies and gentlemen, from this week is that Slack, the office communication tool, right, has been sold for $27
billion.
$27 billion. $27 billion. What would you do with 27?
To Salesforce.
Cool.
So they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Salesforce.
Yeah. Fuck me. I've not even heard of Salesforce.
Oh, they're a force to be reckoned with, mate. If you like sales. But isn't it, that's fucking crazy, isn't it? That you can not have heard of a company that has bought another company.
Do you know who owns those companies?
$27 billion.
The Ultimate Elite. Yeah.
The Ultimate Elite.
And you know where it all comes back down to? We already been through it. So, yeah.
Salesforce generally do sell babies.
Yeah, Salesforce. It does all come down to the baby eating. So, I'm not going to... That Uber driver was correct all along.
But because did you know that Facebook tried to buy Snapchat when it was still in its early conception for like...
$6 billion or something, wasn't it?
It was billions, yeah. And they said no.
Yeah. Idiot. Now, because who's using Snapchat?
I think loads of people are using Snapchat.
Really?
We're not, because we're too old.
Yeah.
But my future wife is... I said that for Mooch. I knew Mooch would like that one. I said that for Mooch.
We'll clip that up. We'll put that up. Clip that up and put that on the YouTube.
Mooch is back in the studio, guys. But I don't think he has his own mic, but he's back in with us. But yeah, that's the reel going out this week, 15 seconds. I think a lot of people on Snapchat. But if you think they turned down that money, right? How is $6 billion not enough? If you got $27 billion, mate.
Yeah, but if you're offered $6 billion, you probably thought, I could get $11 billion. It's all relative, isn't it?
But how much is enough? You know what I mean?
Instagram bought for $1 billion.
Yeah, they sold too early. Idiots.
Can they hear you now? Can they hear you?
Oh, I forgot to turn that up.
Oh, okay.
So
Mooch is in
Instagram.
the back. Mooch is back, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
back.
Hello, producer Mooch.
Months since March, probably.
Yeah.
No,
Mooch.
before that, because Horatio's doing this shit show
God,
before.
Yeah, that's the dark ages. Yeah, Horatio. Who likes Horatio? He's doing his own podcast.
Yeah, he's actually doing annoyingly well. Yeah.
Voice Gone Wild.
Yeah.
If you want to, they'll take some of our incel crowd, or my incel crowd. But yeah. But Mooch is back. How are you, Mooch? Are you okay?
I'm good. Very busy.
Very busy.
Very busy.
Getting the studio going.
Getting the studio going. Excited to sort of...
Did about 80% of the work in the 2 hours before we started.
Yeah, there was a lot of wiring.
Smashed it. Getting Vauxhall Comedy going. Vauxhall Comedy, we're running Monday through to Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday. So
Monday
every
to
night of the week.
Every night of the week, bar
Apart from
Sunday.
Sunday.
Bar
That's how
Sunday.
the weeks work.
Come down to Vauxhall Comedy. Get yourself a meal, a pint, and some comedy.
Yeah, come in. Tuesdays is the one to go for us.
Yeah.
Tickets selling well for Tuesday the 15th.
Right.
Weird because I'm seeing that one. Don't know why. Don't know why.
They don't know
everyone
that.
gets
They
one,
don't know
but
that.
It's
They
weird.
don't
But
know
then
that.
the other Tuesday
They don't know
isn't.
that.
So if you want to come down on the other Tuesday, I'll still be there.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I'll still be there. Just not in an MCing capacity. But Tom will be.
You'll be in the
emceeing.
safe hands of me, and I'll be looking
That
after
sounds
you.
weird.
Yeah. No, many people have been in my safe hands. Okay.
That sounds weird.
That was such a weird version of toxic masculinity.
Many
people be in my safe hands, actually. Many people have known my love and affection.
Very
so-
safe hands. Yeah. So
Why
come
do you have
on
to go
down.
like that?
Big hands. He's got big hands.
Big hands. Yeah.
Check out his big hands on the YouTube. We've got a proper video set up for the YouTube.
Yeah,
guys.
this
So
is
if you
gonna
want to
be-
watch this episode on YouTube.
Yeah. So Ali, what would you do with 27 billion quid?
Go have a point.
Go have a pint. Go have a pint. Have a pint.
That's one.
just one.
I'll bring my mates.
Yeah.
No answer.
That's
Go have a
that.
pint.
Okay.
That'll be the first thing.
None of that
So
surprises
first thing I'd
me.
celebrate. First thing is I'd celebrate
Yeah.
$27 billion. I'd invite everyone I liked. You can come as well. And say, look, let's go and have an absolute. Are we all right? Do you want me to go close to the mic? Okay. We'll go out and we'll have an absolute just belter. As much as if it's right now, then
Yeah.
not really.
You-
Substantial meals on me.
With how
That's
tight
first
Ali
thing.
Woods is, it'd be like I've put 1,500 quid, 1,500 quid behind the bar, but not a penny over. All right, don't take the piss. Only pints and wine
Exactly.
only. Pints and wine
Yeah.
only. Okay.
Yeah.
No spirits.
Someone goes, should we get another bottle? And I'm like, I think there's still a bit left in this one, actually, guys.
Yes,
if
yeah.
we maybe
Yeah.
let's finish the bottles we have.
Yeah.
Then if we've got time, we can order another one.
Yeah.
It's 10.
Yeah.
So that'll be my first one. Then holiday, book a holiday with my mates.
Yeah.
Again, it's difficult
Bognor
now.
Regis. Okay. I've got the whole campsite, guys. Got the
yeah.
whole campsite. Yeah.
Joe, where we're going? Tier 1. We're off to Cornwall.
Whoa. Yeah.
Pew, pew, pew. So I'd get a holiday somewhere sick. Wherever's going now. I don't fucking care, mate.
Yeah.
Wherever's not doing coronavirus shit, I'd go.
We're there, right.
Hot. And then after that, I'd probably ask my parents what they want or need. Get them whatever. Same with my sister.
Get him a Vauxhall Corsa. You know.
Get them, you want a Fiat 500? Yeah. And then I'd get...
I would safely invest the rest.
And then I'd buy, and then I'd quit my day job.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't say that.
After a while, though, I'd want to be
Well,
sure.
I'd work my notice. I would work my notice, to be fair. And then this isn't sounding quite crazy, is it? And then what else? I'd buy a sick place in London.
Okay.
Sick place.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's it. You're thinking small time, mate. I'm going big. I'm
What are
going
you
big
doing?
kahuna. I'm going to Mars, mate. I'm starting my own. I'm starting my own.
Finally, people find you funny
Yeah,
out there.
I'm going to start my own mission control, right? In
you're going
North
to
London.
space.
Yeah, and I'm going to start the North London space program.
I'll tell you what. I'd buy Jadon Sancho for Man United.
I'd buy Man United and then I'd destroy it. That's what I
Maybe
would
you
do.
could buy Man United.
I don't think you need to do much.
Yeah. And then do nothing and watch it continue to deteriorate.
Let it crumble.
So, you'd go to Mars. But is that enough to get you to Mars?
27 billion. Get you going.
You're not young enough to go to Mars, though. Sure, doesn't it take? How long
takes
does it
5
take?
years.
Oh, really? Is
Yeah.
that long? I thought it was like 60 years.
No, mate. Yeah, I'm going to Mars. Starting a colony. You know, I'm
we
going.
gonna
I'm
do the
going full
podcast?
millionaire.
We're going to do podcasts
Yeah,
from
live
Mars.
stream from Mars.
I'm going to go to Mars just for one YouTube video.
Yeah.
Just for,
Gonna be lit. Yeah.
I went to Mars and back.
Yeah.
What?
Thumbnail's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
You next to a Martian.
Like a withered grey, yeah. Didn't get to tell my mum I loved her before she passed. Whatever, mate. Sick video.
I nailed myself to Mars. Lol, lol, lol.
Yeah. So that's what you're doing, Mars.
Yeah, I'm going full billionaire mode. I'm not pissing around with this, holidays and whatnot. I'm going straight to fucking Mars.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd buy you some followers on Instagram as well. That's what I'd do.
I'd buy Instagram and make them all follow me. Be like
true.
Tom from MySpace.
True.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move on to fail mail. You've all been writing in. Thank you very much with your amazing fails. This week we asked you, what's the worst thing you've ever done drunk? Ali, do you want to start us
I'll
off?
go first on this one. Firstly, I want to say thank you to everyone who sent in their stuff. I always enjoy reading it, so really appreciate that. This arguably my favourite of the ones. So, fail mail. Worst drunk stories. Well. Starts off with well, which I think is a bit of an arrogant way
Okay.
to start, but there we go.
Yeah.
I was 18 and beyond drunk in a small town in Northumberland.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that my friends found me asleep in a trolley in a Morrison's car park.
Okay. Sounds like a small town living.
Sounds like
Sounds
small town
yeah,
living.
sounds small town living. Like, oh, my night was bloody mental.
Yeah,
I woke up in Morrison's
I woke
car
up next to the mayor of the town in the same car park.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Trolley. They took me to the taxi rank.
It's the kind of town where he also works in the Morrison's.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when he wakes up, he runs it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's my manager there.
Yeah.
They took me to the taxi rank and left me with this woman who they very wrongly assumed was responsible.
Okay.
So the mates have gone, you look after our mate to this woman.
Mm-hmm.
It turned out she had absolutely no reason to be in the taxi queue at all, as she lived 2 minutes walk away.
Right, okay.
It's getting weird.
Okay.
I don't know if she was there exclusively to pick up some young meat, but that's what
Some young meat.
but that's what ended up happening.
Oh, okay.
Because he's 18. He's
Okay.
young.
He's a man, I guess.
Well, he's a kid,
At
really.
that point, yeah.
So we stumbled over to hers, but she had either lost her key, or it didn't work, or it just wasn't her place.
Okay.
I couldn't honestly tell you with complete confidence that it was. But from somewhere, she managed to find a breeze block and a wooden ladder and told me...
Okay, this sounds like you met a sort of possibly homeless woman, and then you've gone home and you've tried to break into a house, okay, right?
Well, I mean,
Okay.
So, and told me I had to climb up and smash the landing window in.
Yeah, okay, just breaking into a house to bang a homeless lady right now. This is what's going on here.
I wouldn't say I smashed it, the window.
Yeah.
I hit the frame and the entire window just fell into the landing, me with it. It's a miracle it didn't smash. I went downstairs, undid the latch and let her in.
Okay, interesting.
At about 4 a.m, she skinned up a joint and asked me what year I was born. I told her 1989 and she replied, oh, I was your age then. She was 36. So
Right.
she's double his age.
Okay.
So she is, yeah, literally half her age.
Yeah.
She also told me she was married.
Oh.
But, in her words, waiting for all that to be sorted, which sounded ominous.
Oh, God.
I left at about 5 o'clock and slept in my friend's shed for a bit.
Wow. Okay.
What do you make of that?
Young meat patrolling at the cab rank.
She's at the taxi rank.
Yeah.
Waiting for a bloke.
Yeah, any bloke, not fast, okay?
Yeah.
Picked him up and then smashed in a window, presumably of, you know, if that was her house, that's her husband also is living there, or is it they've got some kind of agreement?
Do you reckon maybe ex-husband's gaff? He's
Yeah,
not there.
Yeah, I think that's possibly the
shag in
vibe.
his-
Yeah, that's depressing. That's so many levels.
Imagine taking someone's back to your house and then going, yeah, mate, so what you got to do is you got to get this ladder that I found
Yeah.
and smash in my window.
I'll tell you, that is better than I think I'd rather smash in the window, which is preferably to what happened to me once. Was I brought a girl home and I forgot my key.
All right, mate. Very cool.
And my dad always used to have a go at me about forgetting my key, and he's like, "If you forget your key,
You had to go at me for
I'm
not
never
getting with
going."
girls. So I was like,
Yeah.
I need to shag this girl
Yeah,
because
yeah.
my dad would be annoyed.
So I bought I had to ring on the doorbell like 2 a.m, open the door, and my dad opened the door, and he was just in his tight white underwear.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff. Get you in the
My
mood.
dad's 6'6" and incredibly hairy and heavily overweight.
Oh, yeah. Turn me on.
Yeah.
That's a type.
He opened the door, looked at me, was like about to shout at me, and then saw us with a girl and didn't say anything. He just sort of panicked and sort of ran away up the stairs.
Wow.
Skimped up the stairs.
Wow. You can probably see some sack in there
Yeah,
as well
yeah,
when,
it's just like-
when he was off up the stairs.
Oh, I was just like, oh.
Did you? I would have definitely turned around and gone, don't know who that is.
Bloody hell. Yeah.
I'm taking that opportunity.
Yeah.
That'd have been so good.
Not a clue.
Did she come in? Was she not scared
Oh,
off?
yeah. It was great.
She was like, "Oh, be some man." There you go.
Here we go.
So that I think that was
Okay,
that was
that's a
crack.
premium one. I'll give you a little taster here. So this was from a good pal. He said, short but sweet. Shat in a bus stop, right?
Solid start.
Shat in a bus stop on the King's Road. Okay.
Oh, poor bus stop.
Next day was walking back past the bus stop
Oh.
with a date I'd picked up after the shitting,
What?
and I looked at the shit and I went, "How ghastly."
How ghastly. That's an
Thanks for
absolute...
Ratio for
Yeah,
that
exactly.
one.
Yeah, exactly. Ratio, cool.
Horatio Gold on the King's Road.
If you want to know who that is, that's Tom's posh character who's now taken a life of his own and is messaging.
He does what he wants. He bloody just loves it.
Yeah, that's an absolute disgrace.
Shat in a bus stop.
How did he look? Why did he walk past it with her as well?
I don't know. Next morning, I guess he was going to the tube.
Bruv, how much you need shit? That's a kebab job, do you reckon? But after the shit, it must have been early in the night. He must have been early in the night.
Well, and, you know, maybe just, shat and then he was going...
It was like 6 p.m.
Yeah. He didn't say he went back to his. I think he was going to a girl's house, needed to drop off the kids, didn't want to do it at the girl's house for the first time.
Drop off the kids?
At the pool, yeah.
Oh, right.
Okay.
I thought this was a father figure. I thought this was someone's dad. And he's like, wait here, kids. Daddy's just going to do some business at the 340 bus stop.
Shat at the bus stop, obviously, this is a classy girl. She's living on the King's Road. We can only assume, right? Okay.
Nice. Wait, is that an Angel, King's Road?
Chelsea.
That's Chelsea?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know these things as well.
Bloody hell, mate. Come on.
Oh, man. What an absolute...
Literally.
I can't believe I forgot that. That's so jokes.
Mate,
I must have just been hanging out with too many povos.
Where did you hang out? Like on Saturday nights when you were a teenager?
King's Road. Oh, man. Sorry. Anyway, bruv. Oh, bruv.
Yeah, literally, absolutely mental.
I need to stop absolutely going nuts on this. Okay, go for it. Yeah.
So, the way I look at this is he was going to, a girl's house, like probably like Flicky or Checky or Matilda.
Yeah.
And
oh, not Tilly, no.
Classic.
Oh,
and
mate,
then,
so would be as well.
Yeah, and then he just didn't want to, you don't want to shit first time you go to a girl's house.
Oh, no. Unless, mate, no. I tell you what, who does that though? Hugo does that to as like a sort of
initiation log.
Yeah, like a sort of like joke, and he doesn't flush as well, just to see what the girl's gonna react to. He's such a legend.
Used to do it in the urinals at school.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's not the only thing you did in the urinals at school, if you know what I mean. This is your ideal podcast. Would be that.
Yeah,
that is your ideal.
Just 40 minutes of that, please.
Yeah, for a minute there, you were the real you.
Yeah, I let it slide. The facade all went. Yeah. So, he dropped off the kids and then went round to hers, did the deed, and then in the morning just blamed it on someone else.
Absolute disgrace.
Yeah. Again, not to bring up stories from my life, but a homeless man once did do a giant shit on my doorstep. Literally slap bang, and it was so big. And I just opened the door, I just saw him running off, and I was like, dude, why have you done this?
That was a guy. He just seen you perform.
It was honestly
that's
so
all it
big.
was.
I had to get
you're going to shit on me. I'm going to shit on you, mate.
I genuinely.
As a promoter.
There's a lot of conspiracy theories. My flatmate genuinely thought my ex-girlfriend had paid him to do it. I was like, nah, man. That's the homeless guy needs poo.
That's an act of terrorism, bro.
Yeah.
That's an act of terrorism, bro.
Oh, man, that was bad. I had to get a bin bag.
What did you do? I
had to get a bin bag and pick up like a dog poo in a bin bag. Oh, it was awful.
Poor bloke, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm kind of poor bloke, but also can you just not do that on my doorstep?
I back him, mate.
All right, let's say the next fail mail.
On my 30th birthday, my friend and I were dancing in the club. Could be me, this.
Cool.
We threw our drinks about so much that we both slipped up onto our asses. Brackets, throwing ourselves around to Tony Matterhorn's Dutty Wine.
Cool. Okay. This really could be you, yeah.
A girl, it would be, yeah. A girl we didn't know helped pull us up, and we thought nothing more of it. Years later, I was chatting to the club DJ, reminiscing about old times, and he told me the girl who helped us up broke her ankle helping us and had to go to hospital that night. We had no clue. How can you be such a fucking disgrace? You've literally gone down with a serious injury. And then you just danced off. Thanks, mate. Like, thanks, girl. And then just walked off and she's there in A&E. Fucking hell. You got another one?
Beautiful. Yeah, this is like a sort of combination. These are all things that this girl, when wasted, has bought, okay? So she booked tickets to Malaysia after the plane crashes because they were going cheap.
Oh, fucking hell. Malaysia 77, wasn't
yeah.
Jesus. Malaysian Airlines.
Purchased multiple life-size cardboard cutouts of Tom Hanks. Purchased a puppy. She also purchased an entire box of sex toys as well.
Entire box?
Yeah, something called
just
like
the one box?
Yeah, something called like a sex bench as well. So yeah, there you go.
What's the sex bench?
I don't know. There was no elaboration on the bench, but that's.
I've got to see what a sex bench looks like.
We'll upload it onto the ADIF Instagram
what has he got
channel.
in it? Levers and plush velvets.
I imagine it's sort of
dildos.
Yeah, it's
Like
sort
a
of
Black and Decker.
yeah, kind
Workbench.
of workbench. Workbench,
It's all
but with like a
business.
sort of
Yeah.
up motion coming
seat.
through there.
Seat
Yeah.
piece.
It's got holes in like this bench.
Have you bought anything stupid when pissed?
Don't do that, man.
Don't.
You know what? My drunkenness is just always a lot more.
Aggression.
Yeah, just a lot more sort of
self-hatred.
emotionally sad. Yeah. Then I don't often have the stories where it's like, and then like I came back and I'd bought all this fucking styrofoam
Crazy,
in my house, and I had like 3 tons. It's not like that. It's always like, I never drunk texts. I never drunk by. I just fucking go glazed eyed.
Yeah.
Don't respond, and then just start slagging everyone off.
Go on a night out with Ali Woods, mate. Absolute barrel
So
laughs.
if you fancy
First person
that,
to be around.
I remember when, this is a bad drunk story, when I was at uni and I really liked this girl and we had a bit of off and on thing, and it was my birthday and we'd left the club and I was just annoying her, but I think she was taking a bit of pity on me because it was my birthday.
Right.
And she was being really evasive with me, and like, you know, a week before we were like doing stuff, and then now she'd like been gone really cold.
Yeah.
And so I was
Just be straight with me. I just want to
literally,
know.
literally, I was, I think it was, I don't remember, but it was that.
I can imagine you being exactly
and she'd
like that,
got
yeah.
some chips,
Yeah.
and apparently I just like smacked the chips out of her hand. I think not in like a sort of, not in a swipe, but as in like I was just gesticulating so much and being like, "Why won't you talk to me about how you feel?"
Yeah.
And then she started. She started leaving, right? She started jogging off.
Yeah.
And I was like, "You can't leave me here!" And then started jogging after her.
Okay.
And then she looked back, and I was just on the floor writhing around because I was so drunk, I didn't know what was going on.
You had like a tantrum, like a toddler.
No. It's in more just like I didn't know where I was.
Oh.
I was like you know, like a deer trying to get up. When I was like, the fuck, like as in like I'd just been sent into, but I was just on the floor, but I couldn't handle like my brain.
Yeah.
So she just walked back and took me home.
Yeah. So Ali Woods is still single. If you're wondering,
Do you fancy a bit of that?
If you fancy a bit of that, chip smacking and writhing on the floor.
It's true that I have a lot of times where I've got drunk and had a great time, but I don't have loads of like, you were hilarious, you were doing that. It's more just like you were fucking just completely zoned out. Like there was one time I was in a club and I was absolutely zoned out, just proper. My friends always bring up this video of this Scottish dude who's absolutely wasted. It's like 9 seconds. He just sits down on a couch and then takes a moment and goes, "I can't see." That's me.
Okay, that's you.
That's me.
I go for a lot of camp dancing. If anyone drops like a prayer when I'm drunk, it's going off because it's going to get weird.
It's banging.
Oh, it's going to get
That's
really
a banger
weird.
though. It doesn't matter if you're drunk or not.
I'm talking knee slides. I'm talking the whole shebang, guys. It's, and I go way up and then I'll just crash and just pass out.
Oh,
somewhere.
fair, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like the I've never got the whole sort of, when you get really drunk, getting really horny. I always want sleep and food.
Again, still single, guys. So it's,
And if you're a woman who likes sleep and food, and no sexual satisfaction.
Yeah, Ali Woods is
know
your
who to
man.
call.
Yeah, okay. Let's give us another.
So you used to do a couple of short ones.
Short but sweet.
Let's just rattle through a few of these. Vomiting out of a helicopter window over the Grand Canyon.
Lovely.
Hadn't been to bed. Sleepwalk nude in an Austrian hotel, locked out of room.
Good. Like that.
Wrapped self in a rug. So you just found a rug.
Okay.
Went to desk to get help when I woke up. Didn't know German for nude and locked out.
Yeah.
The end of that one. Threw up after 20 minutes into the first date.
Yeah.
Been with said date for 6 months now.
Yeah.
Pretty
Oh,
good.
okay. That's all right.
Signed up to the Royal Navy whilst drunk.
Yes.
8 years later, I've had a life without limits.
Yes. Yes. I started in Carlisle, but I ended in the Royal Navy.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
exactly
I can,
it.
you know what? I can relate to the carpet wrap, okay? Because like, however wasted I get, I always need some kind of duvet over me. And I remember there is a photo of me somewhere. I'm like passed out on a table, but I've still managed to and I'm like covered in vomit, but
Pizza
I've still
boxes.
managed. Still managed to get a tea towel.
A tea towel, yeah, that's
Little
nice.
tea towel duvet.
Nice. This happens. I think this might happen to a few girls because I've got this sort of similar ones. Fell asleep in the toilets of the club at midnight, and the cleaning lady woke me up at 6 a.m.
Yeah, that's a given. That's a good.
Look at this one. Pal ordered champers in a club called ISIS. was like, I think that was one of the last things they'd want, wouldn't they? Another successful beheading. Crack up the champagne. Well, that's in poor taste. Right. They tried to pay with a Boots card, got chucked out, drank it all.
They got chucked out of ISIS.
Chucked out of ISIS.
Chucked out of ISIS.
Because they tried to pay with a Boots card. I think there's a few from my friend who's had some absolute shockers drunk. I skipped my phone across the river in Durham.
Excellent. That is some classic posh guy stuff. Being like, no, mate, I'm so good at skimming things. Like, just trust me.
I can boomerang it. Watch. I'll boomerang it so it comes back into my hand.
Look, watch this. Like, wham.
So this is a mate I went to York Uni with. Drunk on a rugby social, got lost and ended up out of York. Not even in the city. There's one which isn't the funniest, but he got drunk and then came back to our house, couldn't get in, lost keys or whatever, so smashed the window with his hand, and his finger just cut, like the top of he's missing a fingertip. It cut off, and there was blood all over the house. I came back. I was the next one to come back, and there was just blood all over the house, and I was like, fuck, this is like a crime scene. I didn't know what had happened. We didn't know what had happened. So I just saw blood all over. I thought it was a break-in or something, but like there's something violent. And then I just followed the blood up to his room. And
the blood trail will normally lead you to the
I
to
go
the crime.
in thinking, what the fuck am I going to see in here? And then I come in, he's in there, and he's watching TV on his laptop. And I'm like, Randall, what has happened here? And he goes, what? It's like, there's blood everywhere. No, there's not. I was like, there is, mate. And then he looks down and he's like, oh, yeah. His finger was just covered in blood. Oh, man.
Yeah, I've had friends, like, my mate had to get me a new oven because when he was pissed, he woke up and he pissed in my oven and then pissed all over the oven.
In your oven?
In my oven and all over the oven and then all over the floor. And then he went back to sleep on the sofa. And then I went down in the morning and I was like, well, you've clearly pissed everywhere. And he was like, no, it's not piss. And I was like, no, I can really smell the piss. It's literally everywhere. So...
And that's the end of the show. Thank you so much for listening, guys. If you want to get a second episode every week, you can donate to our Patreon, patreon.com/AIDIFPod, AIDIFPOD. And just $5 a month will get you a second episode every Tuesday. So thank you to the ones who donate already. And if you want to get 2 episodes a week, you can buy that. Also, follow us on the social medias, AIDIFPod, on any social media, Instagram, Twitter, even TikTok.
Even TikTok, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you can follow me at Tom Elwes on Instagram and TikTok and on Twitter. Thank you very much. We will be back next week. And yeah, follow us on Patreon if you want an episode, new episode every Tuesday. All right. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Take care.